Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster, and thank you, Evans. I saw on the schedule that I was going to be evaluating your icebreaker, and it just was exciting. I was thrilled that I got to evaluate probably the most exciting speech that anyone makes in this room, and it's so gratifying for all of us because we get to know someone like we didn't know them before, and you certainly delivered in that department. I would have to conspire with others in this room to come up with room for improvement, and I'm not normally like that. So I'm just going to skip the room for improvement, which doesn't mean there isn't room for improvement, because we can all improve, and that's what's wonderful about this manual, is it takes you through the stages of improvement and gives you activities each project to practice different areas of improving your public speaking skills. So you will improve no matter what, but I'm just going to focus on the positive, and it's an icebreaker, so why not? There's so much positive to say about your speech. I noticed right away when you got up here that you had no notes, and I was like, wow. You know, I had to memorize my speech completely in my icebreaker if I was going to use no notes. And you know, if you do this speech the way you're supposed to, the way it says to do it in the book, you really shouldn't need notes, because you're talking about something you know very intimately well. But all of us who have issues with public speaking, I think the reasons that bring us here, we know, well, that's fine and dandy, but I still feel like vomiting, and my stomach is in a knot. It doesn't matter if I'm talking about myself. So you didn't seem to have that issue at all. You had complete command of this space up here. There was one particular moment where you came over here and you looked down, whether it was intentional or not, and you paused, and then you returned to the lectern and continued with what you were talking about. It was so powerful. Even the hand gestures, at one point you had your hand in your pocket, which we wouldn't normally say, put your hand in your pocket, but for what you were doing and the talk that you were giving, it just had an air of sort of comfort, and it made it very receptible for all of us. It was something that was done really well. It was touching, it was heartfelt. You used a question. You used a question that you posed to all of us, which was essentially the life that I'm describing of my childhood and growing up in Haiti. Is it poor? Is this poor? And so we had that question from the very beginning, because you had a really nice introduction that ended with posing that question. We got to sit with that the entire time and use all these examples from your life, which then also achieved what the speech is supposed to achieve in terms of letting us know more about you. And then at the end, you didn't even need a big conclusion, because you just reiterated the question. And we were all able to have our own personal conclusion with your speech, answering the question for ourselves. And so it was really, really powerfully and masterfully done. And you know, if it was purposeful, if you thought about that, or you just did it it happened, it was really masterful, and I thought it was terrific. And there's so much more I could say, but my time is up. So just thank you so much for what you did today.